Women's Network in Africa. Ms. Mkunu is Director of Leadership and Investment Development Africa, a company that seeks to facilitate strategic partners between Slovenia and African countries. And she's also a gender strategist. So as such, she was developing issues on numerous international platforms, including the Southern African Research and Documentation Center, the China-Africa Business Council, and the Investment Climate and Business Environment Research Fund. She's also a professional fellow with the U.S. Department of State at Michigan State University on women's economic environment, strengthening leadership capacity, and professional skills. And you will now nicely develop this thought about how important is job creation and in light of climate change.
That's great. Thank you so much, and good morning. I have to say to acknowledge Mr. Janez Perga, who is South African honorary consul here in Slovenia. He's actually been a mentor to me. I would like to acknowledge as well Prof. Danica Purs, who is Dean of IEDC School of Management here in Slovenia. And thank you for allowing me or giving me the opportunity to complete my MBA here at IEDC School of Management. So thank you so much. That's very, very important. And I think being a woman advocate, I'm sure you'll be expecting me to speak about women this morning, but no, to your disappointment, I'll not be speaking about women. However, just to highlight that, why am I not speaking about women this morning? There's some other juicy topics that we'll be speaking about. And simply because as well, women or gender issues have started since the beginning of 20th century. We are in 21st century, you can just imagine. You know, and according to me, not much really has happened. And as an example, I don't know if there were people here that attended the Black Strategic Forum last year in Black. I was there, and there was one session about gender, which was called the Midnight Hour. That is for women session, and I was there. It was literally at midnight. And while I was thinking that Africa was behind, I was thinking Europe is more advanced in dealing with gender issues, I was actually disappointed. I'm hoping that this year, the Black Strategic Forum will change the strategy and give women a better platform to actually engage with real issues. And while talking about women, let me just make one statement. Until women are placed at the center of sustainable development, there will be no growth. There will be no sustainable growth. I'm not talking that because women are more important than men. No, but it's because God created men and women for all of us to work together toward a better world, to create a better world. When half of the population is left behind and are not given the opportunity for them to contribute, we cannot expect sustainable growth. So let me start with my topic this morning, which is about job creation in a context of social and environmental change. This is a very, very interesting topic because it's under the theme regarding transformation and the role of European and African partnership. Basically, according to me, there is, I'm not there yet, there is basically a relationship or a cause and effect relationship between the social unrest in Europe and the migration of youth from Africa. And that is actually has to do with the youth in Africa, the high rate of unemployment of youth in Africa. And just as a reminder, I just want to bring us that youth represents 60% of the African population. That is around 700 million youth in Africa. And of those, 60% are unemployed. Unemployed. So there we're looking at around 400 million youth, vibrant, strong. They are looking for better opportunities. So that is actually a time bomb waiting to explode, if not yet exploded. And why am I talking about that? Simply because let's look at the push and pull factors of immigration. We can see the red there. There is a red and the green. So we can see that the red, why people are pulling themselves from the red to go to the green. And we can see all the challenges that the red is facing, which is Africa today. And amongst those is low wages, unemployment, and lack of opportunities, and famine, of course. And looking at the green, we will see all the, what we see, the green land, where there's better education and environment and favorable political systems. So as long as the red stays red and the green stays green, there will always be movement. Remember, we have 400 million young, vibrant Africans, and they are looking for better opportunity. And why am I talking about that? There are two narratives from the African youth. Whether we acknowledge it, or we agree with that, or not, there are some narratives. And I will just highlight two of them. The one narrative is what I call pull and pull factors. The African youth has understood that, the African youth has understood that the green here is actually coming from there. Africa is full of natural resources, okay? But we see someone pulling from this side to make green that side. So, for as long as there is this imbalance, we will continue to have the challenge, the unrest in social unrest in Europe. And the second narrative that we have is the narrative of colonial taxes. So for as long as we, or the Africans, they see that the colonial taxes is still being paid in Europe, there will always be a problem. And the second statement that I would like to make is that for as long as Africans know that the green is being made from our green, there will always be a movement of youth. And at all risk, as we can see there, at all risk, until there is a balance. And now there is a solution. Just one slide. It's what I call green-green partnership. And green-green partnership for us, or for youth today, in search for better opportunity and economic sustainability, until there is green-green partnership, which is characterized by three elements of honest partners for development, good governance, and better leadership. That is the only time we will see a stable Africa and a stable Europe. Before that, it will take time. And before I leave the platform, let me introduce you to one initiative that we are starting in Slovenia, the Leadership and Investment Development Africa, which is a vision born in Slovenia, and it has been supported by the South African Honorary Consul, Mr. Pervar, and the IEDC School of Management, where we want to strengthen the relationship between Slovenia and Africa, and with obviously the whole Europe. Because Slovenia, we're looking at Slovenia as a neutral country, that we're not looking at them as colonizers, as the other country. So they can play a significant role as we are trying to rebuild the bridge between Europe and Africa, to rebuild that confidence that we all need for us to create a better Africa and a better Europe. Thank you.